Having schizophrenia can really fuck things up.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Oh.
Who are your voices? What are they saying to you now?
Well, that's an easy one for me to answer because I'm on medication, so I'm not hearing any voices.
I'm not having any voices now. My psychotic symptoms are largely controlled.
So, as we continue on with this is obviously schizophrenia, a totally different situation, but we're back going to the voices. This one right here is hearing voices of dead people. And the question is, how do we know this is not our mind by ourselves? How do we know that it's not just our mind, our own creativity and thoughts creating these things in our mind, and there's no outside source that is interacting with you inside your head? That's the hardest for people to believe, that there's an outside another party that is interacting with you inside your own mind. And I guess the next question would be, why would God allow that to happen? And why do these demons, if you will, or our spirits, have access to your mind? Okay. And that will be a teaching in the future. I've done extensive studies on that, and I will give you those answers and I will tell you. But listen to some of the voices that these people are hearing.
My grandfather and other relatives and people I'd known.
I had a partner and we spoke about having children. She wanted 5 kids. We read down their names and they started to come to life on a spiritual plane. Dad, what are we doing today? You know, gorgeous voices.
My voices are a male and a female. And the thing is, though, they used to sound really crass in the way they spoke. But now, in the last 10 years, this is so hilarious, Steve, so hilarious. In the last 10 years, they've done elocution. So now, my voices abuse me with a posh accent.
They would just say whatever the most embarrassing or vile thing you could think of that only yourself would come up with, really. No one else could have written the script and have it be as nasty.
They will tell me how evil I am, how many evil things I've done, how disgusting I am, how disgusting I look, how my face is revolting, how if people touch me they will die because I'll contaminate them with my oozing evil.
That the coffee I was drinking from a coffee shop was poisoned, or that the food was poisoned, or that people were trying to harm me.
I get a lot of like, oh, you idiot, you stupid, dumb, insert swear word.
And they will say things like, look at that fucking bitch, she's a bloody little shithead. We all hate her, her friends hate her, she should go and kill herself now.
The scariest thing that they said was that the people in the ambulance were going to murder me, and I was screaming when they put me in the ambulance.
In the early days when I was unwell, if I didn't do what they asked me to, or she asked me to do, the voices get louder and louder and louder until your brain actually explodes.
For me, my mind had always been my greatest asset.
You just can't continue watching this and not think that there is an outside voice or an outside source that is speaking and interacting with these people in their mind. They constantly refer to those voices as an outside source as well, because it is. It's just, what did the devil do to what is his greatest tool? To trick us into thinking that he doesn't exist, and trick us into thinking that these voices are in our head and it's us talking to ourselves, when that is absolutely not true. This is an outside spiritual entity, angelic being that is talking to these people and harassing them constantly and ruining their lives. Like I said, I will teach more on this later, but for right now, check this out.